Welcome to 7 Dooms for Sandpoint, Chapter 5, Shadows at Midnight. This is episode 59, The Abduction of Velynia Tel'Sol. Sorry, my pausing is because of all the things I did to prepare for this. Every once in a while, I've got to check it. Every once in a while, and I was just talking to Jeremy about this. We both use Spotify for music. He uses it. It doesn't go out. I use it to do all of our background music. And the problem is the software that we use requires periodic updating. You have to, like, roughly every 6 months, you have to tell it, hey, I'm here. I authorize the use of this. The problem is that it's, for some reason, my music, my application is not communicating at all with Spotify.
Oh, no.
That's okay. I was only planning on playing the suspense list.
Oh, great.
So I'll just do it manually.
No.
There's a little peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, super duper.
There we go. Should hear a little bit of
I do.
creepiness.
I'm now suspensed.
Okay. So
I wasn't before. I was totally fine.
Now, in our previous episode, the rest of the gang got up to some doomslaying. But in the episode before that, during the events of the celebrations leading up to the ritual of Stardust, which we are now one day away from, there were lots of events taking place around Sandpoint, and everybody was excited to see Sarah Lumen's show, where she had set up her wagon across from the Sandpoint Theater in the courtyard and put on an amazing show, a one-woman show called The Understudy. During that, Velynia grew increasingly uncomfortable as she began to realize she knew the story that was being told. Set in Kaeryn, the story of an understudy studying in the wings alongside and in the shadow of the illustrious Taylora, I always mix this up, Vicien of the I forgot the name of the theater too,
House of Painted Echoes.
Thank you, House of Painted Echoes. And through this play we learned that this young understudy had fallen in love, and it was not that it was unrequited love, but it was unspoken love. She had not declared her love, but she was ready. She was ready on one specific night, and when she made her way to Taliora's apartments above the theater, she found her dead. And it was at the end of the show that Velynia suddenly found the mimes and jugglers that had been entertaining the crowd beforehand were crowding around her. One of them blew some dust in her face, and she felt the prick of something in her back, and she began to grow sickened and weakened, and she became poisoned and blacked out as she was being pulled away from in this throng, the chaos of the crowd leaving. Velynia, you do not know how much time has passed. Your first sensation is that you can't move. You can barely feel your fingertips and your toes, let alone your arms and your legs. They feel like dead weight. At the very tips of your fingers, you're just beginning to get that tingling sensation of feeling returning, but try as you might, you can't seem to make them move. It takes almost godlike effort to even open your eyes. When you do open your eyes, you see that you are lying in a bed. Moonlight is streaming through a single circular window. You can see banners outside, colored banners, just nearby, waving a little bit. Moving just your eyes, you can see near the bed there's a vanity. You can see there are papers strewn about the bed. Not in a haphazard way, but in an organized chaos way. You can even see nearby that the closest one that you can see it's a script.
Shit.
This room looks very familiar to you. This is Tel'Sol Vysien's room, the bedchamber in which you took her life. Something's different, though. The circular window with the moonlight streaming through it, it's moving ever so slightly, twisting a little bit as if hung from wires. The shadows in the room beyond the vanity and elsewhere that you can't see are a little too deep. There's no walls. You remember the room being big, but not that big. In your line of sight, because you are slightly propped up on a pillow, so you're not like laying flat looking up. You're kind of in a semi-reclined position. You see near the foot of the bed, suddenly a spotlight shines down from above.
Oh, shit. Oh,
And
man.
there stands Sarah Lumen in the spotlight. With that spotlight, it gives a little bit more sensation that you are in a much bigger space than you realized. This isn't Tel'Sol Vysien's room. This is a recreation of her room. Stage dressing, if you will. Sarah is no longer carrying herself like the performer from the show you just watched, either an hour ago or a day ago or a week ago, you're unsure. She still wears the costume, but you see the person behind the performer now. She wears no smile, and there's no warmth in her eyes. In fact, her eyes wear the exhaustion of somebody who has carried their burdens for far too long. She takes a few steps closer towards the foot of the bed and just turns her head slightly. What's going through your mind right now, Velynia, as you've taken all of this in?
I think it is, again, like, seeing this, I think Velynia is kind of like becoming like confused at first and then kind of slowly realizing what's happening. I think inside there's a franticness, and then I think the franticness gives way to just like rage, equal parts at her, at Sarah, and also herself. For she's thinking, why, like, once she realized what the play was and that it was about this act that she committed several years ago, why didn't she run away? Why didn't she arm herself? Why didn't she like make herself ready? Like, this was an obvious ambush, but she was like frozen in that moment. So she's kind of cursing herself in that. And I think despite herself, when she sees Sarah, her breaths quicken, but obviously I don't think she can form words yet or make any attempt at escape. But she's kind of like, her eyes are flitting around looking for something, an escape. But
Make a fortitude saving throw.
cool. Ah, start. Hey, 29.
You cannot speak. The tingling is just spreading up your fingertips a little bit, but you can't quite make them move yet. Sarah looks at you, and finally she speaks. You've changed. So have I. She walks from the foot of the bed around the side, a little bit closer to you. I've spent years imagining this moment. Years. I wondered if I would rage, if I would scream, or if I would strike you before you ever had the chance to speak. But you know what I discovered? Hatred is patient. It has to be. It waits while cities rise and crumble. It waits while the face ages. It waits while names are forgotten. My hatred waited for me to become someone else. Someone stronger. She sits down on the bed and you can just faintly feel the weight of her sitting. You hear the crumpling of the numerous scripts and parchments that are across the bed. I left Oriet. I chased rumors. I followed stories that dissolved into lies before I could catch them. I learned to ask the questions no one else thought to ask. Who profited? Who disappeared? Who suddenly found themselves richer than before? I met thieves, mercenaries, priests, beggars, actors, of course. I shared wine with murderers who never even knew they were confessing. And do you know what the hardest part was? It wasn't the waiting. It was the loneliness. It wasn't even the hatred. It was knowing what she deserved. Taliora Vicien belonged beneath the lights. She deserved a final performance that would bring an audience to its feet. A final curtain call. Flowers tossed upon the stage. Her name spoken with admiration by actors who came along after her. She should have been remembered for the story she gave the world, for the laughter she inspired, for the tears she drew from strangers. Instead, she became a rumor. A mystery whispered over drinks. A cautionary tale told in dressing rooms. They speculated. They invented endings. They argued over whether she had fled the city, whether she had been kidnapped, or whether she had simply grown tired of the stage and taken her own life. They were all wrong. Of course, you know that. And I know. Because I found her. I was the one who opened her chamber door. I was the one who knelt beside her. I was the one who held her while the warmth still lingered. I wept until dawn, until I had no more tears. And when the sun finally rose, the only witness left to her final performance was me. As you make another fortitude saving throw, what's going through your mind as she's telling you all of this?
It's a 23. Velynia feels... I think she feels regret. Not only for, like, that night, but forever, like, for continuing to go along with the collective after that. And not only that, but, like, fully buying in. She bought in for a long time, to the point where she was sure that she was doing the right thing. She had, like, twisted it around in her mind to believe that the Shadow Collective was a force for good in the world. And Velynia knows that there were more just as valuable people that she took their lives, and kind of the weight of that is hitting her in this moment. And just this kind of testimonial, Velynia knows, could be multiplied 10-fold, 20-fold. And she feels regret and she feels guilty. And at the same time, she's enraged at the predicament in which she finds herself.
To 23, the sensation is slow returning. You still can't speak. You can barely feel your hands. You have failed twice, not critically, but you failed.
Fuck. Wow.
She stands.
Good. That's tough.
She stands.
Mm-hmm.
And she walks over to the vanity. And she stands with the practiced ease of a stage performer, knowing exactly where to stand so that the light and the reflection is visible by you. She's got her back to you, but you can still see her, and she can see you in the mirrors, the vanity of the mirror of the vanity.
Mm-hmm.
Then, nearly a year ago, I met another child the world had already abandoned. Someone who had learned to survive before she had ever even learned to live. Little Shadow. A frightened girl from a broken life taught that obedience was love, that fear was family, that becoming a weapon was something to be proud of. I recognized it the moment I looked into her eyes, because I have spent years studying monsters. And I finally understood. Monsters are rarely born. They are made. I showed her something she had almost forgotten existed. She walks over to you. She reaches towards your face and just brushes a hair away from your brow. I showed her kindness. I gave her a warm meal. A bed she did not have to earn. The simple dignity of being spoken to without expecting to be struck. I never asked her to love me. Somewhere along the way, I loved her. I loved her like a daughter. As the child, neither of us had ever been allowed to remain. Imagine my surprise when she spoke a name that I had never heard before. Velynia Tel'Sol. A half-elf. A blade. A ghost from more than a decade ago. The very shadow I had spent half my life chasing. Her eyes settle on you and lock eyes with yours. And suddenly, my ending was no longer impossible. I almost admired you. You did everything right. You vanished. You survived. She leans down closer to you. So tell me, Velynia Tel'Sol, were you proud when you stood over her? When you watched the light leave her eyes? Did they reward you? Did they tell you that you belonged? Did they tell you you'd finally become family? You see this close, as she tightens her jaw, you can hear her teeth grinding together. You took everything from me. And then you let the years do the rest. She's so close now that you can feel her breath on your face. Her nose is almost touching yours. I have waited 11 years for tonight. And I don't intend to waste it. Suddenly she stands. Shada, bring me her knife.
Oh my god. Oh,
I would like you to make a third and final check. Fortitude saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's not the final one. It's a third one.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Sorry, the final and final seem to just flow naturally from
Yeah,
that.
no, that's fine. Final and fuck
It's
off.
the third.
It's a 28.
28 is a success. Which means you can't quite speak yet, but you are beginning to feel your
great.
fingers and legs move.
Oh, good. So
And
I can
as you
feel
move your fingers, you can feel that sensation rapidly traveling upward. From your toes, up your legs, from your fingers, up your hands, but you're still immobile. You hear footsteps across the stage. And from out of the shadows emerges the little shadow, Shada. She crosses the stage toward Sarah Lumen. And she doesn't look at you. She hands your shadow knife, your shadow blade, to Sarah Lumen. And she turns and she walks to the foot of the bed and stands just on the edge of that spotlight where Sarah had first appeared. She stands at the foot of the bed, with her hands clasped in front of her and her head down. She has her hood up. You suspect maybe she might be stealing glances at you from under the hood, but she has refused to meet your gaze.
Goddamn right.
Tell us.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind now?
Velynia, okay. If she was like pissed before, she is furious at Shada specifically. Like, it's one, like, Velynia can almost respect Sarah for the grief and the quest that she has been on, and frankly, like, the revenge. Like, she gets it. But Shada to be like a lackey to kind of like to be in this role and just like a lick spittle. And to have Velynia obviously has been trying to kind of turn her life around, and Shada was one of the first like glimmers that she might be able to, like her very short-lived obviously but seemingly genuine friendship with her made her start to believe that maybe she could turn this thing around and make something good of her life. And obviously that is all very concretely stripped away in this moment, and Velynia wants to just rip her apart.
As you stare daggers at Shada having these thoughts, and she refuses to look at you, Sarah's voice draws your attention once again. She's holding the shadow blade, turning it over in her hand. So, this is what they gave you. She traces the flat of the blade with her thumb, never quite touching the edge. This was your reward. A token. A participation trophy. The proof that you do exactly as you're told. I've spent years wondering what kind of a gift a murderer receives. A chest of gold and jewels, a title, a place of honor. She glances at Shada as she holds the knife up. Instead, they handed a frightened child another blade. They looked upon what they had forced you to become. They called it a success. You see what looks to be genuine sadness crossing Sarah's face as she looks to you once again. I almost pity you. Her expression goes hard again. Almost. She lowers the dagger, so just hanging loosely in her hand at her side. Tell me, Velynia, was it worth it? The price of belonging. The price of becoming one of them. She looks down at the knife in her hand. How many lives has this dagger witnessed? How many eyes has it closed forever? How many sons, daughters, lovers have vanished into silence because someone like you was told they had earned another mark of favor? They forged this blade in celebration of death. They expected it to continue its legacy, from one victim to the next, wielded in the hands of a frightened child turned into a soulless assassin. She raises the knife above her head into the faux moonlight streaming through that window. She brings her other hand up, holding it above her head. The Shadow Collective gave this blade to a child as a reward. I will take it from a woman as a condemnation. And when the curtain falls, the last act you ever witness will be your own death scene. Now, I was going to do something here, but this is a game after all.
Oh, God.
Cari?
Yeah.
Would you please grab your D100?
Oh, man.
I'm not going to tell you what the percentage chance of something that is about to possibly happen is. I just want you to roll your die.
Okay. That is a 40. Just 40.
It is a 67.
Sorry. That's 27.
I'm going to ask you this one time. Would you like to spend 2 domain dice to make me re-roll that? It's not even normally a mechanic we do. Or do you want to let this stand? Keeping in mind you do not know if this is good or bad. And what is possibly or possibly not about to happen.
Incredible. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. It's
You
a
know
blind
what?
It's a blind offer.
No. My dad used to gamble like this with me as a kid. This is real life, and I'm not doing it. No, I'm letting it stand. My 40 is my 40. Baron, I hope you're proud of me. The dice tell a story.
Okay.
Baron's here. Baron is with me.
Nope.
May the power of Baron compel this decision.
I need you to now make your final fortitude saving throw.
Oh, God. Okay. Thank you, Tamiko. Oh, my God. Fortitude, here we go. All right. Fortitude. That's a 26.
A 26 is a regular success. For the duration of what is about to happen, you have a -4 circumstance penalty because of your lethargy and the fact that you're coming out of this paralysis and this poison. Additionally, you are currently going to be off guard.
It's tough. Okay.
As Sarah Lumen prepares to lower the blade and plunge it into your heart, I need you to roll initiative.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Reroll is
1.
a 1 in this game.
That is now a 25. I will say real quick, when she was raising the knife, the last kind of thoughts were for a second, like Velynia was just like, this is it. And kind of like, she thinks to herself, like, kind of like, yeah, this tracks. Like, kind of like, almost like she does deserve this. But then there's a flash in her mind of the gang at the Rusty Dragon and helping the Trennels and like just fighting alongside her party and her friendship with Lumi, and everything shifts, and all of a sudden she decides that she's not just gonna lay down.
Velynia, what was your initiative?
25.
I rolled a 23.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! That was the best domain die I've ever.
I mean, I could use my own domain dice to.
No, you don't. You can do whatever you want.
You know what? Just for fun, I rolled the die and it rolled the exact same number anyway. So
there you go.
The dice tell a story, and the dice are saying that in this moment, with keeping in mind for the first round, you are off guard.
Okay.
And for the entirety of this event, you have a -4 circumstance penalty to all of your checks. Now, I'm going to add something in because this is a sort of a spotlight fight taking place on a stage between between a villain you didn't even know was an adversary until whenever.
Yep.
I will allow you to spend an action on your turn to make a fortitude saving throw again. Each success will lower that penalty by 1.
Okay.
A critical success will lower it by 2.
Okay.
And you can only do it once per turn. You can't just spend all 3 actions to make 3 checks.
Yeah, right. Okay.
That is the terms of what is about to happen. Now, she is about to bring your knife down and plunge it into your heart. You have just started to get your feeling. You've actually been feigning probably that you're as immobile as you are. What are you going to do? It is your turn.
I guess, can I do some sort of like grapple? Like, can I like catch her wrist? Or like,
yes.
I want to roll out of the, no. I want to roll out of the bed if I can, like, just kind of like full on, but do I have that much control?
As of this moment, and especially because you made 2 successes on your fortitude saves and you are first in initiative, you have, with the penalties I have already prescribed, you have all of your faculties about you. You don't have any weapons currently.
No. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. I just want to try to roll out of the bed. So is that just like an action? Like,
it's basically going to be your stride action is to roll out of the bed and roll presumably away from her, or are you rolling toward her?
No, God, Jesus, no. I want to roll away from her, and
yeah.
Did I notice any kind of heavy props on this in this fucking set piece?
I'll tell you what. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
And we'll see.
27.
You notice that because this was a pretty faithful recreation of Talora Vysien's apartments, you'll remember from our interlude, she had stage weapons mounted on the walls. There is, on the wall you rolled toward, it's not even a full wall. It's literally like an 8-foot by 8-foot section with some decorations on it. It's got a faux fireplace and a mantle, and above the mantle are 2 crossed swords. We'll say they're long swords.
I want to grab one of those. I think that's her first instinct. Is this like action number 2? To snag one?
Yes.
Okay. And I think with my third action, can I make that fortitude save to try to lower my penalty? I'm gonna.
You sure can.
That's a nat 20. I'm not shitting you, dude.
Okay.
Let's go.
So your penalty has been reduced from a -4 penalty to a -2 penalty.
Shit. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Incredible. And I think visually what this looks like is Velynia like rolls and grabs this sword in like one fluid motion and like stands up, and then kind of like an ankle sort of like buckles under her as she tries to like prepare for whatever happens next.
As you suddenly roll out of bed and sort of pop up on the other side, grab this sword, steel yourself, and it's I imagine almost like that moment in The Princess Bride where Wesley's holding up the sword and then suddenly starts to almost fall over. And she looks at you and she raises an eyebrow and she says, Perhaps you are not as immobilized as I thought you were. Maybe you would have been better to stay in Kaermaga and the Orient. Perhaps a life of theater would have been better. How well? It is a good thing that I have trained in both stage fighting and alongside mercenaries and assassins myself. And still holding the blade, she steps over to the vanity, and from the shadows of the vanity, she pulls her own sword out. This is a more of a saber, but it's got a serrated edge to it. And she takes it and shows you she knows what she's doing. And she is going to use her stride action to jump up onto the bed, run across it, leap off the bed, and try to strike down at you.
Shit.
Now, that die rolled a 4 for me, so I'm not sure if I want to roll physical or if I'm going to roll on screen. I almost said on stage.
We're going to roll on stage.
I'm going to roll on stage.
We're going to do it live.
We'll make it interesting. Those are doing dice, not dice roller. All right. She's going to make her first attack at you, and that is going to be... That is going to be a 34 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
So you, I will, where'd my other thing go? I'll roll damage off because I don't have dice multipliers on there. So that's going to be, you're going to take 11 slashing damage as she brings this down across your chest. And, you are going to take 4 persistent bleed damage from the serrated edges as they cross. And then she is going to attempt for her last action with that distraction as she brings that blade down. Actually, she kind of brings it down from above and across. As that blade is coming down across your body, you see in her left hand, she's bringing the shadow blade, your shadow blade, trying to drive it into your side. Oh. That is a 2. That is only a total of 18.
That does not hit. Now I have a question. I don't think it hits. I don't know if Velynia had her armor on.
So here's the thing, because I know you guys all had kind of gotten dressed up fancy to go out on the town and stuff.
Yeah.
In this moment, you realize you are fully dressed in your armor. You are dressed as a shadowist, as a blade.
What? Awesome. Great. Why? I don't know. This is just a fever dream. Okay. Incredible.
You're on the stage. Performers need their costumes.
This dramatic bitch. Okay.
I don't know if you're talking about Sarah Lumen or me. Either way, I'm okay with it.
Well, you dramatic bitch. So I think Velynia does like take that like slash in her chest, and when the blade, her shadow blade, starts to come up, I wonder if it's maybe even because it's her shadow blade. There is like a reflexive, like Velynia just like strikes down with like her butt of her hand into Sarah's wrist and just like knocks it away kind of.
I imagine as you do that, it deflects it and she drives the blade instead into the faux masonry work of, you see that it's just thin plaster work into this stage wall.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Super. And I kind of like stumble back away from her just a little bit, not whatever. Non-mechanically. Can I speak now?
Yes.
I mean, I'm doing fucking acrobatics. I better be able to talk.
Yeah, you're like you open your mouth and drool just comes out. No, you can speak.
It's like going to the dentist. I would just kind of like shake my head at her and be like, let this go. What do you want to hear? Do you want an apology? I don't imagine it would help.
I want to hear your dying breath.
I think that's probably all we have time for in this.
As she says that, roll me a d4.
2.
You hear a strange sound, kind of almost a squeaky, like a mechanical squeaky and sort of a. And I need you to make a reflex saving throw as a set of sandbags drops from the ceiling of this stage and is heading right for you.
I want to re-roll that. Shit, the bed. One more.
So that's 2. Hold on.
Yeah, I just used 2. That's a 23.
1 second.
Fingers crossed. Yep, sorry. Hey, well, Jake takes care of all my fucking domain dice. Why don't you check us out on redbubble.com? At redbubble.com, we got all kinds of great shirts like the one I'm wearing and so many others. You can get our logos on t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, mugs, postcards, puzzles, pillows, and all kinds of other cool stuff. There's almost always a deal at redbubble.com, especially if it's your first time shopping. So check us out today at redbubble.com. Just search Mini Terrain Domain.
You rolled a 23?
Mm-hmm.
You take 3 bludgeoning damage as heavy sandbags clip your shoulder.
You said how many?
3.
3?
Yep.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Realizing that she does not have any intention of letting me walk out of here, I want to get my dagger back. And so I want to attack her. I want to strike at her with this longsword. Now, what kind of bonuses do I get on this longsword? I don't know. Because it's probably not a real one, right? Or is it?
I mean, it's a longsword, so it's your normal, whatever you'd normally add for weapons. And it does 1d8 slashing.
Sword stats?
I mean, yeah, you just change the damage type. The damage is 1d8 plus whatever bonuses you normally apply.
1d8 plus.
I don't think it's not a finesse weapon.
No, it's not.
So you're not going to get any finesse bonuses for it.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. I forgot. Sorry, I just totally forgot something.
That's okay.
When she hit you, you do take an extra 10 points of damage because you were off guard. You take precision damage from her sneak attack.
Oh shit. Wait a minute. But yeah, I'm off guard.
Yeah, you were off guard for that first round.
Okay.
So yeah, how are you attempting to get your
I would just want to try to strike at her. I mean, creatively, I want to strike at the arm that has that blade in it, but I don't know if that's allowed. So we'll see. Here I go. That is a 25 to hit her, or 20. Do I take my -2 bonus for my lethargy? My -2 bonus.
Yeah, you get all of your rolls will have a -2.
Okay, it's 23 to hit.
23 to hit her. She is going to twist the saber in a way across her body, blocking your attack.
I guess I want to try to hit her one more time. Give it one more shot. Here I go. Fuck. Nope. That's gonna be a 16 to hit. Not even. That's a 12 to hit. And I guess with my third action, can I try my fortitude save?
Sure.
One more time. Okay. My fortitude save is a 29.
That is a success. You missed a critical success by 1. But it doesn't matter. Well, yeah, because that knocks you down 1. So you're still at a -1.
Yeah. I'm at a -1
Yeah.
now instead of -2. Okay. Okie doke.
She is going to...
Hey, Baron says I sound quiet. Am I quiet?
You don't sound quiet to me.
Okay.
I can't raise your volume any higher.
That's okay. Hold on.
I'll just crank it up a little bit on my end. We'll see if that does anything.
Okay. It's all right.
Okay. She is going to... I think she is going to... Because you guys are basically right up on each other. She's going to look in your face and say, "Look and remember what you took from me." And I need... this stupid thing. I need to... what's your perception?
The bonus.
Yeah, what's your
So
bonus?
12.
12. So you have a perception DC of 22. I think that's accurate.
I think, yeah.
Well,
10.
what I'm trying to do here, I don't want to tip my hand too much. I'm just trying to... It's been a while, folks. It's been...
You noticed something.
It's been a month. No, it's not about you noticing something. I'm going to make a check that has to go against...
Oh.
So I'll tell you what I'm doing. She's doing something that's going to create a diversion. And I have to make a perception or a deception check, but I can never remember in Pathfinder what that's against. It seems like it would be...
I feel like it's against perception.
It would be your perception. So she's going to make a deception check versus your perception DC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So... She gets a... Where did that go? Okay. Dice. So that's a 19. And with her deception, it is higher. What that means is she is going to gain a +2 circumstance bonus against you. Because you are distracted by her diversion. When she tells you to look at what you took from her, and she points at the bed that you were just in, and you see the lifeless body of Teloria Vysen looking just as she did the night that you assassinated her.
Oh, shit.
And she uses something called Figment.
Oh, man, that's tough.
And with that, she is going to attempt to drive your Shadow Blade into you once again. This will be her last action because that was a 2-action thing to create the distraction. That is a total of 37.
Yeah.
Is that a critical?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a plus. It's 10 over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are... Oh, I also need you to make a flat DC 15 check.
Okay. I got an 8.
So that means from the last round, you take another point of persistent bleed damage.
Bleed damage, yeah.
And then
I'm bleeding a
from
lot.
this attack, she got the bonus, but it did not make you off guard, so she's not going to get her sneak attack. But it was critical, so she's going to roll damage and then double it. So you're going to take 20 points of slashing damage as she drives your own Shadow Blade. And as she does this, I need you to make a Fortitude saving throw, because she has put something on your Shadow Blade.
This bitch. Oh, man. Fucking cheater. Fortitude save is a 31. Bitch!
That is a success.
You freaked me up, dude. That scared me. I was like, okay. Wow. Okay, good. So I get it in the...
You see, as she drives this knife into your side, your own blade, you see the look of anticipation. She's expecting something more to happen. I mean, she struck true with this knife. And if she had driven it into your other side, it may have even gone into your heart. You know that.
Ugh.
But she actually looks down for a moment at the blade in surprise that whatever she expected to happen didn't actually happen. Roll me a d4.
Oh. 1.
There is a sound like hundreds of fluttering bats, and both you and Sarah need to make reflex saving throws as a large section of curtain suddenly drops above you.
My reflex save is a 31.
Oh, she almost got a natural 1.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do I succeed, first of all? Is that a success?
What did you get?
31.
Yeah. That's actually, let me see. 31 is a regular success.
Okay, so feel free to say no. Can I dive such a way that the curtain divides Sarah and me?
Well, here's the thing. Let me check real quick what her reflex is. With that 5, she fails. Not by much, but she fails. So she's going to get hit by the curtains. She's going to take some damage, and she's going to be knocked prone. So it's sort of doing what you want. You're just not completely separated, but she's knocked down. So she's going to take...
Does she maintain hold of my dagger?
Roll me a D100.
Oh my god. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Mama needs a new dagger. 24. 24 is a great number. It's divisible by 12 and 2 and 3 and 8 and 4 and 6.
81. She does not drop your dagger.
Fuck! 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 Ugh. Shit.
Okay. Sarah is now prone. It is your turn. While prone... She is off guard and has a -2 circumstance penalty to attack rolls.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Hold on.
Look at this. I'm making Cari dig through her character sheet.
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking. I thought I took something that could help me with this, but I didn't. I think I chose something else, and right now I am super pissed about it. I want my fucking dagger back. I kind of like look for a second, and I kind of I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time with this choice. I think I glance around in the dark for Shada to see where she's at. Do I see her anywhere?
Roll me a D100.
67.
93. Shada is nowhere to be found.
I'm hurt bad. And I'm poisoned. And...
Make a perception check.
Man, fuck. Jesus. Perception check is a 19.
You hear something crash above you on the ceiling, and dust falls. You hear faint sounds of screaming from somewhere distant.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Velynia, she backs up a step and looks at Sarah on the floor, and she just says, "When you come for me again, and I'm sure you will, bring that. I will have it back." And I kind of nod at my dagger and I run.
What is your movement speed?
I think it's 30. I believe it's... Where am I looking for that on my sheet? I don't even see...
Usually movement.
25. Sorry, 25.
So you can get 75 feet with 3 stride actions. Where are you going? Which direction?
Stage left. I don't fucking know. I kind of like... I don't know. I would go to the sides. Like, Velynia has seen a stage in her life. I would go to the wings.
So you're going on the side you are, which would be stage right, technically.
Okay.
And it is dark, and you are trying to find some kind of exit. As you go past where this faux fireplace and wall where you pulled the sword from is, and where Sarah lies on the floor tangled in the curtains, you run into I guess make a perception check. I don't remember. Do you have low light vision?
I have low light vision, not dark vision. My perception check's a 24.
So you can see shapes. So you're not exactly running into like tripping over stuff, but as you move to the side, you very quickly run into just all kinds of stuff that you would expect to find just off stage. They're pieces of other sets. There are like props and things. And
can I add one thing that Velynia I'm sure runs into?
Yeah.
Is there that tasteful mood of frickin' Taliora, and for a second she swears it's splattered with blood, but she could never be sure.
So you are deciding to run.
My God, I live to fight another day, man. This bitch is
maybe.
fucking me up. Oh Christ.
You are running.
Not so fast.
I have to check something because I still have abilities. I think do I have that one?
Totally fair. I have no fucking idea where I'm going. The idea that
you don't even know where you are to begin with.
The idea that I can get all 75 of my feet that's like a 100-meter dash. That's like unobstructed. I probably won't get all 75 realistically.
You can. I would actually say so. I would say you get, we'll call it 50 feet, with part of that being difficult terrain because you're trying to get through stuff that you can only see barely, and as you're making your way through this and you glance over your shoulder to where the stage is, and you can see behind you the illumination from the spotlight and the faux moonlight, and you just see that curtain where Sarah was laying on the ground covered by it, and you just see that curtain go and
fucking misty stepped or something.
I am going to roll on screen because I've been doing it this whole time. I am not going to accept a 2. I am going to re-roll. I'm sorry, I haven't done this in an age.
Okay.
So I don't remember.
I think it's the same for us. I think it's a one. I think it's one.
I do think it's 1. I just want to be fair.
Freaking Jimothy loaded your ass up.
Yep. All
Side
right.
note, I called Jim Jimothy long before Jimothy the raccoon was a thing. I will point that out. That's my thing first.
Whoops. Let me do this. Nope, those are your those.
While
That
you do
too many
that, I'll go
buttons.
ahead and put the merch link in the chat.
There you go.
Chat, buy our merch.
All right. So gonna re-roll that. Nope, I didn't re-roll. That just popped up again. Here we go. Gonna re-roll this. Oh, that is a 19, which combines with her attack makes that a 39, which is a critical hit. I'm gonna roll this damage. I'm gonna roll the dice. Make a DC 15 flat check.
Fail.
So you're gonna take 6 more points of bleed damage, which puts you even more dire, and you're just now taking a critical hit. So I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna roll for damage. I know how many hit points you have.
I know you do.
Now, typically, you fall into where you have to make death checks and all that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's pretty fair to say that if you go down, she's going to finish you off.
Yeah.
Tell us how many hit points you have.
I have 18 hit points left.
The damage from the blade that you just ran into I don't know, actually, can I... It's 1d4 for the dagger. Plus her bonus, which is plus 7.
That's 11
Doubled.
total.
Doubled.
That's 22.
So that means between 16 and 22 is what the chance of her is. You do have all of your functions of domain dice available to you.
Yep, I know.
I'm going to roll 1d4. If it's a 1, you take 16 points of damage and you're still here. Because it took her 2 actions to Misty Step or translocate and 1 to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
If I rolled a 2, that becomes 24?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. 8. Sorry. 7 plus 1 is 8. Doubled is 16.
16. So if it's
7
a 1
plus
or 2,
2 is 9, becomes 18, which is your hit
add
points.
0.
So if
And
I
I'm not
roll
anymore.
basically anything but a 1, you're down.
2 is fine. 2 would make me live. I would have 2 hit points.
Oh, that's right. You
left.
said you have 19?
I have 18. That would put me at 2.
That's not
That's what
mathing.
you... Okay.
If I roll a 1, that is going to be 1 plus 7 is 8. Doubled for the crit is 16.
16.
If I roll a 2, that's going to be 4 plus 7 is 11.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, duh.
Sorry, I was
Yeah, you're
mathing
right.
wrong still.
My bad. No, it's okay. That's okay. Come on, 1. Come on, 1. Fuck.
You're not.
Okay.
This isn't the end.
Okay.
But with that, because suddenly my ability to math is coming back, that is 20 points of damage.
Yeah.
Something, I'm hearing a sound, but I'm not seeing an alert. My alerts are in the wrong place. I don't know what that was.
It was something. I can't.
Apparently I have to fix where my alerts are.
It's okay.
I moved them. Okay. Ah!
You said it's not...
Okay.
Okay.
So, with this, you are now impaled. Or, well, she didn't use her sword. She used your dagger, and you ran right into it, and it is sticking in your chest.
Oh, poetic.
She is going to... Give me a second here. My controls aren't at my fingertips like they usually are, so I have to search for this. She is going to pull you toward her. There we go. Pulling you so that the hilt goes all the way, the dagger goes all the way to the hilt. And she is going to look into your eyes. I thought this moment would feel like freedom. I thought killing you would finally silence the past. But all I hear is the echo of what I lost. She takes her hand off of the dagger, leaving it in you, and looks down at it. Tel'Sol deserved better. And somehow, so did you. I'm sorry. But the curtain must fall.
Can I, like,
I need
do
you
a change of fate?
I need you to roll.
All right.
So here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's too late because I already kind of prompted you to use your change of fate previously.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
But
okay.
here's what I will allow.
I didn't see the prompt. I apologize.
No, that was me verbally. I said you still have all of your domain dice features available to you.
I'm sorry.
At the time of the... That's fine. You're under a lot of stress right now.
Yeah.
There are two things. And this isn't just me... This isn't just me... making something up to give you an out. There is a condition that has been in play since we started this session. Because I've had you roll a couple times for blind D100s. It just hasn't come up. And to address Tamiko's flag on the play, she doesn't have a choice because that put her over her threshold. She's technically unconscious now. That's why she can't fight back. You can either leave this up to a single D100 roll. Well, I say single because you could spend domain dice to keep rolling it. Or I will allow you to spend 5, the change of fate number, to allow the thing, the condition that you don't know what it is, to happen.
Can it be assured that I would...
I will tell you that this thing is this thing that has been in play. This allows you to spend your 5 domain dice to make it happen, and I'll say that this much, that it is a benefit for you.
I spend 5. I'm gonna spend 5. I'm gonna change my fate. I swear to God, would have done that earlier if I had accurately read your prompt. I apologize.
No need to apologize. I told you I had various ways this could go, and this was one of the things. That's why I said, this isn't me in the end trying to save your character. This is me giving you an option. And I will tell you now, between you and I, what's going to happen is going to help you, but there will be a cost beyond the
That's fine.
dice that you're spending. There will be a cost for Velynia.
That's fine. I think this might be the first time we've used that ability this campaign.
As Sarah says these words, and she says, I'm sorry, but the curtain must fall. And you feel yourself losing consciousness. You see the darkness closing in on your vision. And then there is a sudden movement from behind Sarah Lumen. A shifting of shadows. And Sarah's throat is opened wide. And you feel a hot spray of blood across your face.
Oh.
And as Sarah Lumen falls, grasping at her throat, gurgling and gasping for breath.
Oh, man.
The light from the stage filters into this backstage area just a little bit. And you see Lala standing there.
Oh. No. Oh my god.
She suddenly reaches out and grabs hold of you before you fall to the ground. And you feel yourself lifted off the floor. Off the ground, actually. Your feet are lifted up into Lala's arms.
Jesus. Velynia, if she had any strength left, would be like fighting her, because the last time we met, she fucking cut my face open.
You are in a state of going unconscious.
Yeah, so I can't do that, but I'm terrified.
So what you can do is you can make a recovery check.
Why is Zoom deciding to make me go into the light? Fucking, okay, thank you. Recovery check. What is a recovery check?
So this is death saving throws.
Oh, good.
Basically, you are going to make... You are dying. You currently have the dying condition. You have your own blade stuck basically in your heart.
Oh, Christ.
Okay. I'm trying to do too many things at once. I have a die still sitting here on the table. All right, let me get rid of that.
Can't cover up that character art from Lunchbox.
You are going to roll a D10. No, a D20. It is a flat check of DC 10 plus your dying value, which is a 1.
Okay. It's a 17.
Not sure if I'm reading this right. So that is a success. So what we didn't want to see was a critical failure.
Oh, yeah, good.
You are in and out of consciousness as Lumi is holding you and carrying you out of the space.
Who?
Sorry, Lumi. Lala. Okay. It didn't sound right coming out of my mouth.
I'm not hallucinating.
No, I think maybe you are hallucinating a little bit. Maybe you do see Lumi. Maybe you even see butterflies. Maybe you see a butterfly.
I think Velynia just like keeps for a second like grasping, just like unconsciously almost at
and
her
Lala
chest, and
says,
knife.
Lala goes, "Stop it. Stop it. I am trying to save your life, you dumb bitch.
Oh my, I fucking hate Lala. I hate it. I don't want it. This is the cost. Nobody else spend 5 to change fate because you end up with Lala.
And
Oh.
she just looks at you and she says, she says, I'm not going to let you die. Not by somebody else's hand, at least. And you faintly see a little bit of a smile across her face as she's carrying you through this weird maze of backdrops, and then suddenly reaches a door. And as she presses open the door, we cut from the scene of your almost certain death. Sarah Lumen's corpse left behind, to absolute chaos as you are brought from darkness into the brilliant illumination of buildings on fire, people screaming and wailing, and the distant sound that you've heard before of the Sandpoint Devil.
Oh, man.
And Lala looks down at you and says, don't worry. Your friends are taking care of the creature now. I think they're all right. Last I checked, well, most of them were.
I think Velynia's brow furrows at that, and she's kind of like looking at Lala, but again, like her eyelids are getting heavy, and she's not gonna fight Lala at this point.
You pretty much can't in this state.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
And the next several minutes are you drifting in and out of consciousness as Lala is taking you, carrying you through the streets. You see burned bodies. You see buildings that you know on fire. You realize as she takes you out the side entrance and leads you across one of the streets, Sarah and Shada had only taken you across the street. You were in the Sandpoint Theater.
What? Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
We see these movements through the streets with streaks of fire overhead suddenly illuminating. Lala will go against a wall, hiding in shadow, and then you pass out, and then a little bit later, until finally there seems to be, the chaos seems to be somewhere in the distance. You feel the softness of a bed, but you still feel the blade in your chest.
Oh my god.
And in the light and illumination of a lamp, you suddenly see Lala's face lean down over top of you. I'm sorry I have to do this, but I'm afraid this is gonna hurt like a mother. And she doesn't even finish the sentence when she pulls your shadow blade out of your chest.
I think you see Velynia's eyes go wide right before she does it, and we've established up until now, Velynia is silent. In battle, in pain, if she's wounded, if she gets hit, and you just hear this scream, this guttural, almost inhuman scream of pain coming from Velynia.
And that scream we hear as we look down on the burning remains of Sandpoint. And though Velynia doesn't know this, somewhere below in that town, the Sandpoint Devil has just been defeated by the rest of her friends. And they haven't even yet begun to calculate the cost of this battle. And in the glowing firelight, we see, as in various states of being wounded, sweaty from running, burned, we see Icselo and Lumi and Millie. We see Natalin lying unconscious on the ground. And that is where we are going to end this session. Cari, I almost killed Velynia.
I know. And again, I swear to God, I thought I was gonna get away. I thought I was gonna to beat feet. And again, that's otherwise I would have used the change of fate earlier.
I have in her stat block, and I have on my sheet here.
She was a motherfucker. I expected her to be weak.
She has spent 10 years chasing a shadow assassin that took her love from her, and she basically told you up front that she had met assassins and thieves and criminals, and she dined or shared wine with murderers. And she turned her stage fighting skills into real skills, and she learned some tricks over the last 10 years while she pursued her lover's killer. Well, study here, pursue there. A little bit of
by the way, lover, like, as far as we know, fucking Caliora didn't know this bitch existed.
She knew she existed, but it was definitely an unspoken love. And it was definitely, over the years, Sarah had built this up to something more than it was, because she had never had the courage to actually speak the words to her. She was going to talk to her, and that's when she found her dead. So the condition that was there from the start was Lala was there in the theater the whole time. When I had you make that first D100 roll, it was to see if Lala shot the dagger out of Sarah's hand. And you rolled so far away from it that she didn't take the shot. Lala was there, but she was not taking action.
Take the shot. Damn it.
So that was also the sort of, in the moment of death, there was an opportunity that I had set up that you can either take your chance with the dice on a D100 roll, or you can use the domain dice. That's what we have them for a change of fate. I kind of view the extreme number of the change of fate, which mechanically we use to change the success level of any die roll up or down by 1. It's also kind of like what it used to be in previous streams, what we called the super critical, which was automatic double max damage, or for a really freaking cool moment, which in this case was making the thing you didn't know happen. So,
man,
I would like you and I to work together to figure out what is going to be Velynia's cost. What is the price she paid for this? Because not only did Velynia skirt death, under, like I said, under normal circumstances, you would get to make these saving throws, but her intention was to finish you off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no shit. Wait, whose intention was to finish me off? Lala or Sarah?
Sarah.
Okay.
Even though she said, because it looked like she was apologizing to you. She's like, I'm sorry, but the curtain must fall. And her plan was to coup de grace you, basically.
That's rough.
I mean...
And by the way, where the fuck did Shada go again? Oh, when I get that bitch. When I get a hold of that bitch,
chose
it's
not
gonna be
to.
A problem.
You keep forgetting she's there or not. You know she's there, and you don't give her attention. And she's trained by the same people that trained you. So she's gonna. This is. I had a thing we used to do.
It's not my fault that at the first sign of trouble, she's just like, "Oh fuck this."
It's basically what we used to jokingly say, "Ninja bombs, homie."
Yeah. Pocket
And
sand.
to be fair, I had that written down on here that something that
Man.
both Shada and Sarah had is in Pathfinder. There are smoke balls. And they do exactly that. They actually are more like a smoke bomb for obscuring effects, but
Sure.
it's literally just so you can go and then run away, or do like Batman
away.
does and just hide behind something.
Right. Jeez Louise. Oh, wow.
It's tricky when I knew that Velynia was going into this already at like what I think 80% of health.
Something like
And
that.
then you took a.
I was at a B.
Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to tell you. Remember that saving throw I had you make?
Yes.
That I hesitated when you rolled a 31 before I said you succeeded.
Was that close?
It was a DC 30 because the particular poison that she had put on there. If you had failed that, in all likelihood, Velynia would have died from the poison.
Wow.
At stage 1, the poison does 6d6 of poison damage.
Jesus Christ.
She had a single use of this poison.
Huh.
That's why she was so confused when you didn't die from the first time she stabbed you.
There's training involved. There's a whole training program.
It basically, over the course of 3 rounds, this particular poison would do 22d6 of poison damage. Based on failing
and
your
I was
fortitude
already
saves.
bleeding.
You were already you kept failing your persistent bleed.
I know. That was tough.
And
That was tough.
and you got critically hit twice.
I feel like running was the right choice.
No, it absolutely was. I actually really admired that Velynia was willing to leave the shadow blade behind, but also saying the next time
was
you
sure that
the next time you come after me, be sure to bring it. Well, she did literally moments later.
Flash forward 4 seconds.
The
Man.
The other thing I thought was really cool was I decided to do what I felt a theater person would do, which was to monologue at you. And in one of the points where we got to see what your inner thoughts were, you were like, Velynia, feels bad. Just like thinking of all the lives she's taken with this knife. And then Sarah, as if reading your mind, I had already prepared that she was going to bring that up.
I thought you frickin' like changed that on the
No,
fly.
when it was as if
knife.
I'm like, am I sharing my notes?
Wow. That's
because she
perfect.
had planned to talk to mention the fact that how many lives have you taken with this, and I even wrote just very brief. I had Velynia defeats Sarah defeats Velynia. Wow. Because I had to prepare for those conditions. So
incredible. That was tense. And now we have to come up with a fucking
Not only
consequence.
that, our last session that you weren't there for when the group fought the Sandpoint Devil and
kicked the Sandpoint Devil's ass.
Natalin is
almost died.
unconscious. The Sandpoint Devil, another doom is down, but buildings are on fire. People are dead in the town. Possibly people are dead in the town. And it's supposed to be a joyful celebration to Desna. So brace yourselves for our next episode.
Velynia's last like thing, other than like, oh, fun, I'm gonna go see the play. Velynia's last thing was like checking on Lumi and like sending Lumi off onto her date and being like, oh, isn't that nice? And then fucking fire and explosions.
And
and death and stabbing in the heart.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it is called 7 dooms for Sandpoint, not 7 slightly inconveniencing things to happen.
7 mild inconveniences.
7 mild inconveniences for Sandpoint.
The first one is the DMV. The second one is when the line's really long at Subway.
Wait till you get to that 7th one. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be a doozy. All right.
Parking ticket.
So yeah, this was our return. We're back from hiatus. I almost killed Velynia.
Yay.
Velynia pulled off a Hail Mary at the end. Doing everything, Cari's doing everything she can to make sure Velynia doesn't die.
I'm sorry for using all the dice, team. I'll be sending a formal apology to everybody.
I mean, you guys still have 64. Come on.
That's so
Using
many.
all the dice.
It's a perfect square. It's divisible by 4 and 8 and 2.
So
Okay.
I didn't mention it at the top, but I guess we did mention this week we have on Thursday is Welcome to Paradise, Michigan season 4, our final season returns. We did leave on a little bit of a cliffhanger with people being zapped by what appeared to be some kind of a shrink ray, most of the party, and getting zapped into the onboard greenhouse. So we'll see what's going to happen with that. And then next week is our return to Sky Metal Iron Gods, our D&D 5e game that Kaeryn and I play in with Em and Sarah, and is run by Lumi, run by Vi. So with that, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody, Cari and Baron for both the bits and the resub, and new follower Chili Chili, who welcome Chili. What a heck of a first time to show up.
Welcome, Chili. What a night. What a night.
So yeah, thank you for stopping by, and we're streaming every week except for our hiatuses. So also thanks for everybody hanging out in chat. We love seeing it. Even if you're somebody that likes to lurk quietly in the background, or maybe you're somebody that's watching later with us on the VOD, know that we appreciate you and hope you enjoy our shows as much as we enjoy playing them. And a final thank you, as always, to Cari, without whom this would have just been me talking to myself for a couple hours. With that, we're going to end the stream the same way we end every stream, and you can say it with me if you want. MTD.